the subscribe button. Let's get those likes up so I can bring you this free game. Big Twizz Show.
The Big Twizz Show.
Hey, welcome to the Big Twizz Show, episode 7, Grown Up Conversations. Everybody, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We are in the building. What's up? I have my beautiful, lovely co-host, Coach Jazzy. What's going on with you, Coach?
Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. All is well here.
That's what's up. It's been a minute since we did it. You know, we took a little break.
We took a break.
A nice little break, you know. It was nice. You know. But we back at it. Now, you know, with that said, I want to introduce the panel. We have the homie, Stacy. What's going on with you?
What's going on?
Nothing much. She's out of Chi-Town, everybody. Stacy from the Chi.
From the Chi.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Nicole.
She's like, hey, boo. Y'all so funny. Now, we got my homegirl from Sacramento. Katrina, what's going on with you?
What's up?
Man, this is your first time on the show, so we welcome you. We welcome you with open arms. You ready to have fun, Katrina?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I am.
That's what's up. And last but not least, we have my family in the building. My man.
What's up,
Rich
boy?
What's happening? Sacramento.
How you doing, ladies?
Hey, Richard.
Hey, we had to finally meet you.
Yep.
Oh, Rich. I can't hear Rich.
You can't hear Rich?
Mm-mm.
Well, it might be just on your end, maybe, because we can all hear Rich. Katrina, you can hear Rich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I can too.
Okay.
So, I don't know. You just going to have to wing it, sis.
Okay.
Maybe you'll hear him in a little bit. Cause,
yeah, I'm going to have to watch his lips.
Look, right? And he going to have a lot to say, man. You don't want to miss what he got to say. Hey, Rich, say something real quick. Say a couple of things real quick.
Can you hear me yet? I'll do my best to hit so that you can.
Nope, you can't hear.
Man.
Oh, wow.
I know. Because I know Stacy is going to have a lot to say. And so, wow.
You might have to
she's
repeat
going
it
to have
for
a
her.
lot to say, and she can't even hear. Man.
You might have to repeat it for her.
I know, right?
I can hear her.
Yeah, I can hear everybody else, but I can't hear Rich.
Rich, mute yourself and then come back in, maybe.
Any better? Can you hear me yet?
No.
Still can't hear him?
No, I can't even read his lips.
Well, we go, hey, as a community, as a family here, we gonna all have to help out. Maybe it'll kick in. Maybe it'll kick in, you know.
Okay.
We'll do it like that. Well, like I said, today is about, I'm going to title this is episode 7 of Grown Up Conversations, and I'm going to title this, let's just say, we're going to keep it simple. Open relationships. Okay, we're going to talk about open relationships. We're going to talk a little bit about polygamy. We're going to talk a little bit about swinging. You know, all this stuff is taboo. You know, for us, we might think it's weird to not be in a monogamous relationship because we are in a culture to where monogamy is a one-on-one thing, and that's how we believe. Mm-hmm. But some people in most other countries, they practice polygamy. Polygamy is pretty much in the Bible. Let's talk about all of that. You know, with that being said, Rich.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about polygamy? And you know what? there's not a lot of us, so we could just all have a conversation about this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna throw that question at Rich. What do you feel about polygamy?
Hey, honestly, for me, it's like whatever works for you, and the other two, I have nothing to say about it. I mean, it could be a beneficial situation. You know what I mean? It's a lot of times we have not to say somebody is doing less than the other, but sometimes you need to do a little less than the other. You might be tired, might need a break for something. One might not be in the mood to do some things some days. Sometimes we just need that other to pick up the slack, whether that's physically, emotionally, financially. You know what I mean? So I'm not against polygamy. The only thing is, at some point, is someone's gonna have to know their role and where they stand within that relationship. You know, because there's always going to be someone with a certain feeling of, well, you may care for this one more, you may care for this person more, but as a man, my job is to make sure that I show equally, if I'm in that relationship, that I care for both of them equally, you know, and I look for that in return. But,
I heard that. I heard that. Look, Stacy, he just said a whole lot. That was a lot to to try to feed you back. He just said
Wait,
a whole
Nicole,
lot.
what did he say, Nicole?
Go ahead,
So
Nicole. Pretty much break it down because that was
didn't-
good. I like it.
He didn't have much, to say on it. You know, he's not against it, is what he said, and everybody needs to know where they stand in those type of relationships. You know, so yeah, that's I guess about it. Rich, you want me to put a little bit more, add more to it, or I'm also Stacy. I'm also hitting you in the chat when Richard is talking. I'm trying to type it out to you, so I don't know if you know how to get to your chat, but that's another way for you to hear what he's saying.
right, because she's not getting it all in translation.
Yeah, I won't be
man,
able to
just,
type it all out, but I'll give you kind of like just about like the round, the the little parts of it.
Okay.
Well, with that being said, Stacy, Rich, you can hear her, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you feel about polygamy?
Well, you know what? I mean, I got a lot of feelings about it, but can Coach Cole just expound a little bit on what she thinks about it?
Coach, you
She's
the coach. You
passing the
wanna know.
ball.
Huh? What
She's
was that?
passing the ball to the coach on the line.
I know, right? She thought she was.
Well,
No. I'm gonna speak on it.
We gotta speak
Definitely.
on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know she.
Well, polygamy it's not I think that's a belief for some people. It's not something that I believe in. So that's just how I feel about it. I just believe that humans need some guidelines and some boundaries. If not, I believe you open up one door and that door just will have so many other things coming through. Once you open up one door, it's just like so many more different things that you open your very souls up to. And so I'm not one that believes in that. I straight believe in, being in a monogamous relationship.
Okay, well said. Katrina, how you feel about that? How you feel about polygamy?
Well, recently I had an interesting experience with this. My son goes to a barber who was trying to get me to be a part of his empire, as he was calling it. It was interesting because him and his wife, anyways, his idea of it was more given the expenses nowadays. Like, it almost takes 3 incomes just to do what you want to do in today's world. And that's how he was pitching the idea to me. And I can't honestly say it's not my thing, but it was definitely an interesting idea to me. Not one I plan on entertaining, but I thought it was interesting.
Right. Yeah, it is interesting. It's something different. So now it's back to you, Stacy.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So let me just say this. I do not agree with polygamy. However, I do know people that are in relationships like that, I definitely think that it's kind of bruising to the women. I mean, the men actually get everything, but I think it hurts the women's self-esteem. And even though it's a lot of women and the few people that I know that are doing this and living this, lifestyle, they're saying, "Oh no, I'm totally fine with it. Like it's no issue." But then I've talked with the other half, and then there is an issue with it, and I can see the damage that is doing to the other person. So I don't think it's a good thing. Like the man seems to be very, because I've talked to him as well. He seems to be very happy and thinks that it's no problem, and this is how to. But he's not considering, how his wife feels, how his girlfriend feels, and they just all together like in this threesome here, and and the ladies, they're not that happy with it. I think that they are staying in it because of like what Catherine said, like financial. I think they're staying in it for one because the ladies feel like it's a limited amount of men out here, and because he is financially taking care of all of them, they're actually just saying, well, we're content, but they're having issues about time and who's more attractive, and when they're having sex, he's taking more time with one than the other. And I just was like, see, that's just too much. That's just all bruising to the
Right.
ego of the woman.
Right. Well, I mean, like I don't even know how I feel about. I think it just whatever works for this person works for them. It works for me as long as they ain't hurting nobody. Rich, what you think about what you think about what she said? Do you agree with that, or do you disagree?
No, her point, she got valid points in there, but again, like I said, some of these situations aren't exactly like that. We come into this as a mutual thing. It's something that it's like I said, it's not necessarily beneficial, and especially just for the man. I know a lot of women like to think that, but it's not the case. Sometimes it may be my girl might like girls. Now, I don't have those body parts necessary for her to enjoy. So as a man, all I can do is the best I can do is to find that girl or allow her to find it, right?
Right.
Introduce it. I don't want to stagnate it. I don't want to, put it to the side or act like she doesn't have it and create a situation to where now possibly she feels like she has to hide it, cheat, do something other than, So for me, it's like I, fulfill that need. Bring her in.
Right. Okay. I like that. Coach, are you typing?
Yes, I'm typing.
You typing? Okay. You
So
must be a good
Stacy
typer.
can hear what Rich is saying.
Right.
What you could
Okay,
hear.
you got it in. Now, Stacy, do you see it in the chat?
Yes, I'm looking in the chat now, but the computer's a little slow, so it's not popping up.
Right. Okay. Well, you can bounce off of that whenever you want. We just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Now, is Katrina, from what she said, do you think that it's bad on the woman to be in that polygamy relationship? Do you feel like she's getting the short end of the stick?
Well, I mean, it depends. There's always going to be a favorite, just like with children. I feel like there's always a favorite.
Yeah.
I was
You ain't lying.
but
3 is a crowd, Katrina.
Right?
there's always a favorite. So of course, I do feel like it's a little insulting to the ego for the one who isn't the favorite, maybe. But but I mean, to each their own. If they have an option to leave, and maybe it's not their thing, try it out. I mean, like I said, it's not my thing. Like, if anything, the only reason that I would agree with it, I mean, I agree with what Rich is saying. Like, maybe, maybe she likes women. Maybe, the three of them can get along just fine. I feel like, in my opinion, that might be the only way that it does actually work, is maybe if it's on the woman's behalf.
Right.
But you know what? Also, like what she said, if the woman likes women, they do like to, pick out the women But I think that's just a free pass and a free way that men get a chance to cheat in your face without any
Ah,
restrictions in hiding. I'm
come
serious.
on,
Like,
Stacy.
yeah, it's just a free
It's
way,
the best world. It's the best
Yeah,
world
it's
for
the best
men
of
who
both
aren't
both
ready for the
worlds.
commitment.
But guess what? But see, this backfired on a friend of mine because then when somebody else came in the picture and it was another man, then the other man was jealous. And then it was a whole issue. So what do you think about? Because see, men usually like, okay, get this girl. But what if your lady say, okay, well, you've been having all these freebies. I want something new too. Let me bring
Oh
somebody in.
man. I was
Come on
wondering
now.
when one of you women was gonna say that. What if it happened to you? What if your girl did that? Well, you know what? Everybody has to be in agreements with everybody. That's where the communication comes in. Like um, uh, some men like to see their women getting sex down. So it just
Yeah.
depends. It just depends how you like it. What's your lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't feel like nothing's wrong with it. If it works for them, it works for me. They're not hurting me. It's a little strange, a little bit, but hey, we gotta be happy. Shit, if
Yeah,
that's what makes
because
you
what
happy.
man, to me, what man that really love his woman or his wife really want to see another man penetrating her and flipping her and turning? I would question his love for me then, you know. But
Okay,
maybe they just all some freaks. I don't know.
And that's what it is, bottom line. The lust is real heavy. You know what I mean? It's real heavy lust, baby. Let's go after it. Let's get everybody up in here. Let's do it.
yeah, okay. Well, with that being said, I mean we can just have a conversation. I'll throw some questions. However, we just have a conversation. We're
Yeah.
talking about this, but
Let's
what
do
y'all
it.
think- Huh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, hey, what you think about let's talk about the swinging. Now, polygamy is one thing. Now we can bounce back and forth to the different topics. It don't matter. We talking, we having fun, we good. What you think about the swingers? What you think about that aspect, Katrina?
So I worked with a woman for about 6-7 years before I found out that her and her husband were swingers. And the fact that they were high school sweethearts and that they were swingers, I was super, again, not something I'm interested in myself, but I was so interested in learning, all about their little parties, their little
Oh,
room
your
key
ass is
swap.
curious.
I'm curious about it. I want to hear the stories.
Right.
It's not for me, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm definitely one of those. I mean, I think it goes with polygamy in the sense that if it works for you, it works for you. I mean, a lot of people, one thing that I'm a big fan of is in long-term relationships, I always say I have one friend and I'm pretty sure her parents were swingers. But they had they were high school sweethearts and they had been together for so long that sometimes you just got to find a way to keep it new. And swinging is a little bit different from polygamy in the sense that there's no exact idea of having a relationship with this other person. I mean, there could be, they could be other couples that you swing with occasionally. But the one thing that I did hear when it comes to swinging is that it was a lot easier for her to find a man because they had certain rules. They had to set down certain rules. They both had to be in the room type situation. But it was a lot easier for her to be satisfied by the man because the woman was usually too busy throwing a fit about what her man was doing.
What you think about that, Rich? What she's just talking about? Y'all go ahead. Y'all come in and start talking. Like,
Shit.
what you think about that, Rich?
Hey, again, to each their own. It's not something I can do because if it was for me, the dough swings one way. You feel me? That's not something. Like I said, me or my wife are into. But at the same time, I tell people like this: when you met me, or when she met me, whatever the case, you saw a line. Now, when you guys turn a line into a house cat, you look outside, and when you see that line again, you guys be the first thing to run off. So rather than sit up there and turn me into a house cat, my wife likes to ensure that I remain that line. And sometimes that's why the other women are there. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, some women, their value is also in the fact that other women value you too. If you had a man that did not nobody look at, didn't nobody want, she start questioning herself as to why in the hell she wants you.
Right, right, right.
Get it?
And,
So
and you know, it's it's a lot of it's a lot of women's fantasy to have another woman in
absolutely.
in the room with her man. I mean, when I moved out here, it seemed like everybody was doing that. It was strange to me. But now that I'm like, man, that shit, it's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The only thing I'll be worried about is diseases, and I would want to know somebody if I was to do something like that. I would have to know somebody. We would have to get tested, all that.
Yep.
I mean, now that I'm getting older, I'm too old for that shit. I ain't got the energy. It's hard for me to deal with one damn woman. Shit.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm good with that. But, like, it's just, Coach, what you think? Like, I just don't feel like it's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just we think that because of the society, is because how we're raised in this society. Everybody else, everywhere else, practices this. Like I said, it's even in the Bible. So,
Just because it's practice doesn't make it right. And
hold on, Jazzy. Jazzy, real
what?
quick, Coach. What you just said, just because it's in the Bible don't make it right. I get that. But we're thinking it's wrong because we're growing up in this society that it says you have to be with this one person, but everywhere else they have different wives. Like women are rulers of countries. You know what I'm saying? So we think it's crazy, but when you look at life and look at everybody else, it's normal. So go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to say is when it comes to marriage, I don't understand that. So let me just first try to understand swingers. That's the first thing. Are they people who are married that are swinging with other married couples, or is it,
Well,
couples
well,
who
well, most of the time, Nicole, it's either or. Like it could be married because married couples swing,
okay.
and then they pretty much they have clubs out here. They have all types of parties, for couples or married couples to go and meet other couples that may be interested in the husband
Right.
or the wife.
Okay.
So
Can you expound on that too a
So
little bit for Jazzy Rich?
What was
okay.
that again? Because, like I said,
What was your question again, Jazzy?
I
You
actually
said
got it. No,
okay.
Stacy, and I think some of what Katrina was saying. I just was trying to get an understand. Is it like mostly swingers? Are they mostly
Oh, that's what it was.
married couples, or is it just like anybody that's a couple who want to be with a couple? But my understanding is that it's mostly like married couples who may
Mm, right.
you know here's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thing.
Just okay.
Here's my conflict. My
Okay.
conflict is why get married and do that? Because marriage to me, it comes with vows, it's a covenant, and it's created by the creator, right? And so because of that, I don't get into that because I feel like marriage, it's a covenant, it's a serious thing. And why start bringing other people in it? So you get bored, try to do something with each other to wake up, whatever is making it boring or whatever,
Right.
like when it's marriage to me, like why? That's the part I don't understand. Why be married and still have your door open as if you're single?
I
I don't know.
I think in my opinion, yeah, I don't think that they get married obviously to swing, but I
Right.
think
Right.
that when there comes
I
that
didn't say
certain
that.
point, no,
Okay.
I think it's that like when they reach a certain point in their relationship, at that point where a lot of people might step out of the relationship, it's like well, this is what I was thinking, and that's where that open, in my opinion, that's where that open communication comes from. Like this is where my mind was wandering the other day. Say for instance, I caught myself looking at a woman and I thought maybe I wanted to mess with her, but he's communicating this to his wife because maybe he almost slipped up or something like that. And then she goes, well, you know what? In order to avoid you running out and cheating, let's explore this option. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's their, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, but maybe that's their way of making things exciting. Maybe, you know, again, and maybe it's not even a long-term, they're swingers all the time. Maybe it's just a one-time swinging event just to see if it's, you know, the way that they want to go. In my opinion, it's just, I don't know. I think like it's an alternative to avoid cheating. Well, if you're gonna ultimately
But you're
sleep with a
cheating.
woman,
It's agreed cheating.
you are.
It's agreed.
cheating, but it's agreed.
Agreed is better, right?
Yeah.
It is better. Hey, Rich, come on, man. Come
I
on,
don't
man.
think so. I don't. To me, it's not cheating. You know what I mean? It's not, because if she
I don't
knows
think it is
everything,
either.
every step the whole way, it's not cheating because you allow her to know. You know what I mean? I'm not hiding anything from her at all. I'm not going out pursuing or looking for anyone at all. It's just that should something arise, and hell, might have a, you know, like I said, take me for instance. I don't have what you guys like to call side pieces. I don't believe in side pieces, right? I have genuine friends who may or may not have somebody. Most of them maybe not, but the type of person I am, the guy I am, they enjoy me. They enjoy my sense of humor. I'm cool as hell. We can hang out like nothing else. The conversation holds to the T. And then being that kind of person, a lot of times women let down their guard because you guys are guarded. You let down your guard and you start to find yourself that, you know what, I kind of like him, you know. And then it's in that duration that, you know, we're all friends again and you're able to speak. So they're able to say something to my wife, or my wife just simply notices that, you know, and like, hey, babe, maybe you should do this. Or they'll ask her and then she'll give them the okay to go, you know, go for it. There's no cheating at all. You know, I'm not looking to cheat. I'm not never looking for no person, never. Because my relationship, for the 99%, it is a monogamous relationship. But like I said, at times she wants to open up the dog, show people that the dog still bites. You know what I mean? Because if not, you don't. You don't. If not, then you don't. Again, then you as a woman don't feel like you have that protector with and for you. Like I said, everything is done because of and for her at all times.
I wish Stacy could hear you. Oh, you know, and it sucks. You just gonna have to watch the show.
Baby.
Oh.
Because the marriage certificate has 2 people on it. Don't have 3, 4. In none of those, there's no agreement that you come into. You didn't stand among witnesses and get these vows about who you about to be in this marriage, and then all of a sudden you opening up all these doors and letting everybody in. Hey, if you want to do it, that's what you do. I am not in agreement with that either.
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to you?
No, it doesn't.
It makes sense. It makes sense to me. Like, I feel like, but see, that's
it
good.
makes
That's
sense
why I
to you. But would you do it? Would you do it?
No. It makes sense.
Then how is it making sense?
What'd you say? Say it again.
How does it make sense? If you
sense
would not do it yourself,
okay,
that means you're standing on something. That means you're standing on something that you believe in, and it means you have boundaries. And it's okay. Be on here with your boundaries and speak to it.
Now, it is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it for me. See, ain't nothing wrong with it for me. Do I want to have that lifestyle? Nah, it's hard enough to deal with one woman. You know what I'm saying? And I know women get jealous, and it's just opening up another can of worms. I'm not with it, but I do not see a problem with it. When people want to do what they want to do to make themselves happy in this life, then go ahead and do it. If you get married and you take vows, okay.
You named the problem.
You take vows. But if y'all decide to do something together, I mean, it's on them. It's what they want to do. You know? So I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. I get what Rich is saying too. Do you get what Rich is saying, or you just don't agree? It's just
I'm not. I don't believe that if I notice that my girl or a coworker or whatever is enjoying my husband, and I'm going to be like ready to let her enjoy my husband, I'm just not getting ready to do it. So no, I just don't agree with that. I just don't.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
because you plan to your insecurities. That's the one thing she is not. Wife is at no time insecure about nothing at no time. As a matter of fact, she's the most secure person that you would know. Because as again, it's my job as a man to make her and to let her know that she's loved at 100% of the time. Again, like I said, I don't look for no one. You know what I mean? And her knowing that is why she's so indelible to the fact that he is still a man. He is still he's a great looking man. I'm not with Denzel or nothing. But my attitude, I'm not disrespecting her, none, never. And most of the time, or at most of the time, it's like I said, it's like I'm a pit bull. It's like she indulges in the fact that these people want this man. Like he is still viable. He is still something that somebody wanted. And it's to her, it's like, like sometimes she just wants to let it loose because when she's done, she just sees that the more that is done is the more of the man she has. It's not that I'm a man, but she loves to see the fact that he is the man. You get it?
No,
She rolled her eyes.
no.
Okay.
I mean, and I don't think that I'm playing into in insecurities. I just have boundaries, and they are set up a particular way, and I stand on it. Just the same way as people stand on whatever they believe, and what they do. This is how I believe, and that's where I'm standing on. So yeah.
Okay, so wait. So what was said? You said something about the insecurities. What was?
Well, he said
that
I'm playing into my insecurities. The reason why I wouldn't allow another woman to enjoy my husband. And I'm not even saying that living in the world, he's going to be in conversation with people, or I let him dance with. I mean, he's able to dance with my friends, with my family. I don't feel no kind of way, about it. But there's boundaries with that because we're in covenant. We're married to each other, and we've taken our vows, and we believe that it's between me and him when it comes to being, intimate and going into more intimate things with each other. And that's just the way that we do things.
No, and you're right. There are
I
boundaries,
don't think that
and
you
I make
should
sure
let
that I
man-
don't
We're
focus
just
on that
talking
no
real
time.
quick, Stacey.
Okay.
No, it's okay. We know
Go ahead,
you can't
Rich.
hear him.
No, I was just saying, and you're right about that. There are boundaries, and again, that's what the one thing I make sure I don't do or cross at no time. If there's a rule, or if there's something she said, I don't even come near it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because, like I said, I never want her to mistrust me. It's her trust is the reason I do what I do. I'm able to do what I do. You know what I mean? Because she trusts that I don't want no other woman. She trusts that I don't want to do anything or leave off. She trusts that I'm not going anywhere. And she's been with me to see that there's plenty of times where chicks are like, psst, psst, literally loud as hell. They're trying to get my attention. She's been with me when women have pulled up on me in cars, trying to offer to spoil me and shit.
Wow.
They up in their bins and I could do this for you. I could do this. I'll do all this for you. And I was like, thank you for your time, and I'll walk away. Don't care.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know what
did
I
I
mean?
misunderstand? Because I thought that you were saying that your wife, if she notices or whatever, it was something that you said about she'll let them know that this dog still has some bite or whatever. I think I was trying to understand that part. I thought it all meant that she doesn't mind allowing you to creep, when you want.
No. And that's the funny thing. It's not like when I want, because I don't want. All I want is her, right?
Right.
But when the time or the chance arises, like I said, it's not side pieces. These are people I call friends because I don't do side pieces. I don't do that. I'll meet you right now, do a one night stand type thing. That's not it. It's
Okay.
more of we are genuinely friends. We hang out, we kick it. It's damn near like another relationship because of it, because of how we interact with each other.
Okay.
And then it's just those certain times, those certain people may be available to do something with, whether it's just
Okay.
me or both of us.
So it's friends.
Right.
Okay.
You
So
know,
it's
and then it's like
friends
I
and
said,
you
it's not like
guys.
she's not there. You know, shit. A lot of times she'll be there. I'll be there giving her high fives, giving her dap and shit. She'll be the one sitting
Oh,
up
you
there,
gonna
you know.
love this,
Oh my
Stacey.
God.
This shit is
Cameraman,
funny.
shit. She'll be the
You gonna
cameraman
love
Oh
in
this.
the
my
name.
God! Why can't I hear?
I know, man. Shit, I wish you could, cause
Ah,
he talking right there. Jazzy going back. I know you can maybe understand a little bit what he's saying because of what Jazzy said, but this is interesting.
It's really
You know,
good. It's
Trina,
very good
jump in
conversation. It
whenever.
really is.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, okay, I got a question. I got a question for you, Rich.
Yeah.
Do you ever? How long have you been with your woman? How many years?
Since the mid 2002. So
It's
it's
only
been
been
quite a long time.
21 years. It's only
Yeah.
been. I thought y'all were together longer than that.
Oh shit.
Okay, look, check this
who
out. Check
knows,
this.
Rich?
Huh? Yeah, Rich. He's been with his woman for like 21 years. Um, has she ever? Has anything ever happened to where she got jealous? Or the other woman. Let's talk about the other woman. The other woman that y'all brought in. Has she ever
No.
got jealous, caused problems? Like you ever have any kind of problems like that?
No, none.
Wow.
Because she already knows the position that she's in. She knows that she's allowed to do this. She's not coming in as an aspect of, or excuse me, from the direction of she's trying to take me, like she wants me for herself. None of that. She just enjoys my company to the degree that she may want to enjoy it just a little bit more. Like I said, some of them may have some don't. You know, some have girlfriends and the bisexual. I'm the man. You got a girlfriend. You know what I mean? So sometimes she needs that other affection. She wants to. Some women, even if it's not purely sexual, it's still they want a man. They want the masculinity in them. They want to be able to lay up on me and smell the cologne. You know what I mean? They want that comfortability. They want to feel safe, and that's something that you sometimes can't get from, you know, another woman. No offense to the lesbians, the thuggish, the young Maz and all that, but they don't get that from them. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
it's not like I said, it's not all the time that. It's most of the time, it's honestly most of the time, it's being the fact that I'm a great listener. You know what I mean? I'll listen to you and I'll respond accordingly because I'm not out to get anything. I'm not out to sit up there and try to get some butt or, trying to have sex with you. That's not me. And it's that makes them want me even more because I'm not trying to do any of that. You get it? They let their guard down because of like this dude is cool. I could pass out near him, get drunk with him, and he's not gonna try nothing, say nothing. He's not gonna whisper. He's not gonna insinuate nothing. It's the fact that when that happens, you guys let your guard down because now you feel safe around me. You find yourself liking this person because you don't get that from guys these days. Most men are trying to sit up there and figure out a way how to get it, how to get at you, how to get the nookie, as you say. You feel me? And that's not me. Since I'm not trying any of that, deliberately or otherwise, it comes to me. You know what I mean? It's like this dude he's really a great guy. And then that makes the women who are, want to deal with me. Like I said, because I'm not chasing, I'm not looking for anyone. I don't turn my head neither way, nothing. If me and my wife out together, I'm not looking at another woman. We might play spot the nice ass, but that's about it. That's we're doing that. It's not just me. But hey, look at that one. I'm like, God damn, she got a nice humper on her. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing together, though. It's not something I'm not breaking my neck looking at something while we're together. I'm not disrespectful in no way. Again, because my job as her man is to be just that, her man.
You don't think you run the risk of almost like having someone fall in love with you, having a friend that might fall in love with you? Because
Good question.
women are, because we can get really attached,
Right.
and sometimes start trying to cross the line. You've never really ran into that where, like you said, you're a good man and you're allowing them to experience you in the sense of being able to have conversation, just, be
No,
around, or like you said, smell the cologne, or just you
no,
be
it
able to
has
wrap your
happened.
arms around her. How do you control that other person from, getting too deeply involved.
It has happened, and it's not so much as what I have to do to control it, because stepping into it, they already know the bond me and my wife have. They
Right.
know that. They know there's no way that they're gonna inch in, squeeze in, fit in. They know that our
Right.
bond is unbreakable. And so
Yeah.
being that they know it, like I said, they may have them feelings. I have had friends do that, and the thing is, when
Yeah.
they found themselves doing that, they took themselves out of the equation.
Okay. Because I was going to ask you, how do you deal with it when you have someone who is just, they didn't fail too in love, or whatever, and some kind of way you got to cut it off, but you say they remove themselves
Yeah.
from the situation when it gets
Yeah.
like that.
Because
Oh,
again,
I'm glad
they
you
know how
repeated that
strong
for
they know
Stacey.
how strong our bond is. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
get
need
it.
to hear Rich.
Yeah. Rich is bringing it. He bringing the information,
He
man.
bringing it out, ain't he?
Tell Rich to log out and come back in.
No,
Yeah,
it might be
yeah.
it might be on your end, but that did happen to me before on when we first started doing the adult show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't hear. It was one person on the panel, and I just couldn't hear them. So I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
That was
That's
real good.
yeah. Well, look, I got a question. I got questions for Rich, but it's like Stacey can't hear, so we're gonna try to help you. We're gonna try to help you. You've been with your woman that long. You know what I'm saying? You've been with your woman 21 years. Is this something that started from the beginning that y'all have to have conversations about,
no.
like in the very beginning, or it's just something that grew on you guys?
No, actually, it's kind of crazy how it happened, to be honest. The fact we were together, I say 3+ years or something, right? And during that whole time, my attention was always on her. Like I said, I didn't look nowhere. I didn't check out no other one. No other woman mattered to me when she was with me. You know what I mean?
She's cool. What's her name?
Like, I ain't gonna say her name on here.
Okay, you ain't gotta say her name, but
You know
shout
who she
out to Rich's wifey. She is
Yep.
an amazing, cool woman. Shout out to you,
As
sis.
everyone else called her, Miss Rich.
Right. That's funny.
But
Okay, my bad. Go ahead, partner.
yeah, but the way it was because of that, and then the fact that, again, you guys are used to dealing with no good dudes, right? And then
Right.
she was one of them. I had always dealt with somebody who wasn't for her, worth shit, nothing. So it was her that brought up like, man, I've never messed with somebody like you. She was like, you kind of deserve to do something. And when it happened, I was like, nah, you crazy. I was like, is this a setup? What's going on? I wasn't about that. It was just her. Her attention I wanted. You know what I mean? Her affection I wanted. But she was like,
Right.
it was just too good. She was almost too good. She's like, you are too good of a dude. I've never had no dude who was this good to me. You know what I mean? She was like, so rather than it gets to a point to where she thought I may start looking, which I wasn't, you know, she was like, you know what? You need to do this. She contacted one of my friends who had told her, that she peaked like me. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to drop him off. And I know he's not going to want to do this, but I need you to do this. You know what I mean? I need you to go ahead and freak him. And I was like,
Right.
nah, I was hesitant the whole time. I fought against it, everything. Nope. It wasn't happening. She went and got me some drink, got the dank, got the condoms, and said, look, make it happen. You know what I mean? Her only thing was what she used to tell me. She would say,
Right.
represent. And like I said, I was paranoid and everything. I didn't believe this was real. I was looking for the setup. You know what I mean? But she made me stay over there. After a while, after the drink and I relaxed. It went down. She called her. Shit. It was like, thank you for sending him over, pretty much. And then that's how it was
We
like,
gonna call him Superman.
thank you for sending him over. When I got back home, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about it. I was like, I didn't know if to feel ashamed. I didn't know
Thanks,
what to feel.
Nicole.
But she was like, no, to her, she was like, she looked at me like Superman. She was like, that's my man. She controlled that
Hey,
situation. It was
Hey,
like I
hold
said,
on,
it was
man.
nothing I
I'm
went out
sorry.
for.
I gotta cut you off. I'm sorry. I gotta cut you off, man, because you gotta also know that, Stacey, she can't hear you.
No,
I
I'm
know.
typing it out. I'm
Yeah, I
typing
know
it
you
out.
typing it out. I know you typing it out. But Stacey, what she typed out, do you have any rebuttal on that? And
I mean,
oh yeah, go ahead, girl.
No.
We gonna
I'm
have
just
a conversation. Let's have it.
yeah, no. To each his own. Like no judgment, no nothing. Like you said, at the end of the day, some people enjoy doing this. I know people who do it. You know, and but I just know that it can come with a lot on the woman. And then, like I said, if you bring other men into it, it could cause a lot of damage to the other man. So my biggest thing is just the damage, because at the end of the day, it's all fun while we all in the bed and we doing it, but then you got to deal with your emotions and your feelings afterwards. And I don't think people think about that all the
They
time. And
don't.
I don't care what nobody say. You're going to feel a certain way. I don't care how much the woman may be okay, saying she okay with it, but deep down inside, when you seeing your man giving it to another woman and probably giving it to her better than he give it to you, and he enjoying it, you do start to question, like, what is going on here? You know, even if you are getting turned on, you know, or whatever the case may be, you still the next day, you gonna be thinking about it. Like, oh my God. And then if that woman trying to call your man and they trying to hook up alone, it just costs so much. It costs a lot. I know he's shaking his head, but it do.
Well, I mean, he did, Stacey. You know, he did answer the question about, you know, sometimes the women, you know, they kind of go a little too far and they take themselves out. So if they do,
Rich,
you know,
what you doing to these ladies? They taking themselves out and all this stuff.
yeah, because really,
he been
do
doing this
you
a
feel
long
responsible
time.
at all? Because you really end up breaking hearts or disappointing. And I know you might not
That's
feel
on
like
them.
that because you feel like, hey, y'all already know what it is. We've already explained the situation. You know I'm not going anywhere. But hey, if you want a good time, whatever, want to enjoy me, here I am. And you may not, because you're upfront, you may not feel like it's an issue, but at the end of the day, we really can't control how we're feeling about people, where my heart is going with this stuff. And now to know or be aware, like, man, these women are really getting into me, and is it really fair to them? Because I can start out thinking that I'm good with this, and I understand that I'm limited to you. My access is limited, right? But I can't help where my heart goes with this.
Right.
And ultimately, somebody is responsible for it. And I don't think it's just one person.
Especially since Rich putting it down like that.
I mean, you got him going crazy.
Right.
Well,
Rich,
it's
gotta cut
not
it out,
just,
Rich.
I'm telling you, it's not just, you know, it's the person. It's the person. It's not so much as it's always just sexual, but it's the person. Like I said, because of the fact I'm a great listener. You know what I mean? If I take in as a friend, you're my friend. I'll look out for you the best I can. Every bit of advice I give you, it'll be 100%, because there's nothing ever behind it. There's never no chance or no time that I'm doing this with the purpose or reason of because I'm trying to slide up on you or something.
Yeah.
So when you see that and you recognize,
ain't a creepy man like that.
Genuine
You're not a
friend,
creep.
right?
You a cool
Then
dude. Yeah.
that you start to like the person. You feel me? You know, the sex is the bonus, but it's the person himself. It's me. It's, you know, that's what they like.
I totally get that, Richard, because I always say things like this to my girlfriends or whatever. I'm like, I have to be careful with being in conversations with men because I know what I bring and what I give off to them. And I know being, if you're a confident person, you kind of know that you got the goods, whether it's in conversations or, you know, just know how to be feminine when it comes to the women, or just having that thing that you know you have. You know, I'm careful not to allow anybody to attach themselves to me because I know there's a possibility that that thing can go, you know, somewhere it doesn't need to go to. So I understand what Richard is saying. Like, he gets it. He has the goods, basically. and he's able to share them, outside of, his marriage, with it being an agreed upon type of thing. And he's never, I'm doing this for you, Stacy. He's never ever thinking about leaving her at all. They have a bond that is unbreakable, and is understood by everybody. But sometimes there, he said, women who have kind of tried to cross the lines, and she takes most of the women, if not all of them, they take themselves out of the situation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Hey,
thank you for saying
tried.
all that for
I
you. You
tried.
so well spoken, cousin.
I
love
tried.
you, cousin.
You're so crazy.
Okay, check it out, y'all. We're almost at that time.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we almost at that time.
Okay.
So, does anyone want to say anything about this situation? Katrina, do you have anything that you would like to add?
No, I just think it's interesting viewing it from that standpoint, because in my younger years, I had often met a lot of men in open relationships. And when they would approach me, it was never something I was interested in. I was never interested in sleeping with another woman's man. But I my advice to them was always that it's almost, that's why it's interesting seeing it from your viewpoint, because it's almost interesting
Right.
that it's allowed, because in my viewpoint to them, it was like, you're better off making women thinking that you're cheating on your woman, because that's how you're desirable to other women usually, is like, I want you more than I want my wife. Not that my wife knows that I'm here and she's okay with it, because mentally for me, or for, a lot of women, it's like, oh, you mean she knows about it? You have no intentions of leaving her? I can't have you. Versus if you're cheating on her with me, then it's like, oh, okay, there's that fantasy that, like, I can steal you from your wife because you want me more.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's where all of that plays into, the women who get carried away, because if you're cheating, then in the back of their heads, at the end of the day, I want to take you from the wife.
Yeah.
But that's that side piece mentality.
Yeah.
That's why I said
he said that's that side piece mentality.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot of women are turned on by the drama of it because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I don't deal with drama.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not that. I don't even watch drama on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I watch no ratchet television.
What'd he say?
Watch it.
He doesn't watch drama. He doesn't like drama. He doesn't watch drama on TV.
He said he don't even watch drama on TV.
I want none of that in my life, per se. None. Like I said.
So Rich, so what do you get out of this though? What do you get out of this?
What do I get out of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get to feel like I'm Superman to my wife. That's what
he gets to play Superman. He said,
"You know what I mean?" I get to feel.
I'm done.
I love the fact that, like I said, she doesn't think of me as just a man, but the man. That's what I get out of it.
Right.
Hey,
that's a hell of an ego stroke.
Women
I ain't mad
at the next man. She's like, why would I even want to turn my head to look at the next man when I have the best man? That's what I get out of it.
There you go. With that being said, we're going to leave it at that. Now, guys, y'all ready to play the Big Twizz game? Are y'all ready? Because we're running out of time, and I'm going to get this game in for us. We're going to have a little bit of fun.
See, Antoine, this is also kind of the problem.
Go ahead.
Because
go ahead.
The conversations, the way this just went by, so fluid, so fast.
I know.
Is exactly why a lot of women be like, man, I kind of don't want to. I want to keep talking to him. He said, it keeps it going. It goes that fast. Just that fast. You come to like, man, I kind of like him. He is funny. He is this. He does have these answers for this. He's not a dirtbag like you would have probably assumed. You know what I mean? So it makes that time go by so fast. When actually you'd be like, man, I could keep this going for a little while longer. But he just made my day go by that fast. I look forward to talking to him again. And then that's kind of, like I said, I don't know, I want to call it the problem, but that's what happens a lot, to where you know, why I am, or the relationships or the things that happen, you know.
Yeah.
But back to your game.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
because we're not quite ready, I guess. It's been very interesting. So we talked about what, polygamy, and then what was it?
swinging.
Swinging. I thought there was one more thing that you said.
Hold on,
Was those the two?
we can y'all can keep going. We can keep talking about this. I mean, y'all having fun. Do what you do.
Well, what about monogamy? Who likes monogamy? I
Hell no! No, I'm just playing. You're so funny. Monogamy.
Hey, like I
let me
said,
say something about that.
I agree. Hands up. I agree. I believe it. I'm monogamous, but like I said, I'm still, like I said, this allows me to be the man to my wife. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said,
it's about you making her happy.
Very much so.
Ooh,
I know where you are. Okay.
Now, when we talking about monogamy, that's right. Monogamy.
What about it,
girl? That's why you my co-host. Monogamy. We talking about all this other shit. Monogamy. Me personally, like I said, I only like being with one woman. I don't think I can deal with two women like that because women get jealous. Like we said, you know, women get jealous. I mean, men get jealous too, but women get jealous, and it's just they have two different personalities. I don't really like people as it is. Shit. I mean, it sounds good because it is expensive out here, but shit, I get my money. I don't need no extra female up in this house. Hell no.
Yeah.
I like monogamy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Cool. What about you, Katrina?
I'm definitely monogamy. But you know, like as I'm sitting here listening to everybody talk, you know, it sounds like as Rich was talking, one of my things was that, you know, I mean, like we all have our fetishes. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it almost kind of sounds like to me that, you know, his wife was put in a position where that maybe became a fetish of hers, you know, was making him happy, you know, and so that's where, that's the reason I could kind of understand it because, you know, it's not that he's out here doing it for himself, like he's out here doing it for her. And so as I'm sitting here talking to everybody now, you know, it's like, I'm definitely for monogamy. Do I want two people? Do I want, you know, an open relationship? But you know what? I was in a relationship for 6 years where we wound up splitting up. And at one point I had thought to myself, like, if he had offered an open relationship, would I have accepted it? Because at the end of the day, I loved him. But what I came to realize after, you know, we kind of started falling off was I hated our sex life. Our sex life was awful. You know, and so it's like, but I would have stuck with him forever. You know, he would have been my forever person.
Got a question about that. What was so bad about y'all's sex life? Was it the attraction thing, or y'all wasn't just having like what was the issue?
It was the same thing. You know, every night it was like you'd get in bed and be like, oh, so are we doing this? Like no foreplay, no nothing. And so it's like, you know, like I guess. You know, whereas like maybe, right, you know, and that's like I said, like, but he would have been my forever person, you know, and it wasn't until him and I were kind of on the way out, you know, we decided to take a break in our relationship. We lived together, you know, and I was allowed to sleep with someone else that I was finally like, wow, how did I stay in that relationship for 6 years? And the sex was awful, you know, like, but again, he would have been my forever person. But that's where I started thinking, like, had he offered me an opportunity for an open relationship to try to, like, I love you to death, but the sex life just isn't, maybe it would have excited things a little bit for us. You know, like I look at different things like that until you're in that situation, monogamy, you know, works well for you, Coach, because that's what you guys have and you guys don't know anything else and you don't desire anything else. You know what I mean? Right. So sometimes I just look at it like if it was fit for that situation or that relationship, then maybe that's what would work for me at the time. But yeah, no, I'm definitely monogamy. Maybe, you know, 15 years into a relationship with somebody or another 6 years into a relationship with somebody else, I might look at it differently.
Can I ask you about like what was it? Because he was your forever person, and we know that you didn't like the sexual part with him. Was it the other things though that was good enough where you could have been still with him today? Do you recall what those things may have been that really was keeping you there? Because it obviously wasn't the sex, you know.
We had our community. Well, we just had because we're really good friends to this day, and so we just had a conversation about this the other day, because I was like, you know what, I told him, like, I don't think that I would have grown into the person that I am today had him and I also not split. But back then, you know what I mean? Like, even back then, knowing that, like, sexually I wasn't happy, I was willing to spend the rest of my life with him. And, our communication was great. We never argued and fought. And I'm not saying that that's the best thing, because oftentimes now I look back on it and I'm like, I feel like a lot of things may have been swept under the rug.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like,
you said
it
communication.
happens.
Y'all, you couldn't communicate that to him because you're saying, I'm hearing you say everything was great, but the sex. Like, and now you're saying the communication was off. You didn't really communicate to him how you needed to be, sexed, what you like, all your likes, and what he needs to do. Like, you never communicated that to him?
I did, but it was more, I think, I don't know how to put it, but I think he has like a 6-year term on relationships. Where it's like, it's time to run its course and things are boring, and he's ready for something new.
Like term insurance,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think she would have wanted to do that anyway. Because honestly, as a man, I think you would have hurt his feelings. You would have hurt his ego. Because the one thing as a man we want to be able to do is to satisfy you physically, emotionally, mentally, especially.
Yeah.
And if we're not doing that as a man, we feel less than a man.
Yeah.
And then if we're in a situation where we feel less than a man, then we start seeking a way out of it because we want to feel like a man to somebody.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if
But
you
I just think it's a way for us to have those hard conversations, especially if we're in a long-term relationship, you're married or whatever. I just feel like there's a way to let him know if you're not satisfied. There's a way to show him also. You don't even have to say a word, but you can do some things that would help him to understand your body and what feels good to you.
Right. Throw a hint out there. Grab
Yeah,
a toy.
throw the hint.
Give him control of it.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to say it like, you're doing nothing in the bedroom. You suck. You don't want to ever do that. That's just not going to be the way to do it. But yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Give him a toy and give him control of the toy.
Yeah. Whatever.
And let him, because to him, he's still satisfying you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, as long as he's the one doing it, then.
No, it's going too fast.
Yeah. Hey, y'all got them roses as long as I'm the one holding the rose.
Right?
Yeah. It'll be a problem with that too. That is like a rhythm, like it's a dance, it's a thing. Either, we got this thing or we don't, like we moving together where it's just a way, what it is. And some people just got different experiences. Some people don't. And how do you handle a person who don't have the experience? That's what it's really about, being able to, communicate effectively.
That's
That's what you were saying, Big Twizz.
Right.
Being able to communicate that. But it sounded like she was younger when she was in that relationship. And sometimes you don't know how to talk. You don't know what to say, or even if I should bring it up. Or
yes.
Like she
I think
said,
you're 100%
under the
right.
rug,
I think you're 100% right on that with them being younger. You know what I'm saying? Were you younger, Katrina?
I was probably, I don't know, like 27 maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you was in your 20s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely get that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, well, does anyone else have anything to say about this?
Stacy?
Right. I have nothing to say.
All right, then. Coach, is there some kind of last words you want to say, or are you good? We straight?
Just make sure that anything that you are involved in, that it is an agreement between all people, but also you have to hold yourself accountable to what you're doing. You might think that you're doing one thing, but it's creating other things in people, and you are responsible for that too. So just think about it. thoroughly count up the cost of the decisions that you are making, and make sure that you're ready for the possible consequences for the decisions that you are making. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Look at
I
my
got one for you, Twan.
controversy. What's up, Rich?
I said I got one for you, and just coming from me, I think the terminology, like when you were saying you can't deal with two women, I think that's kind of that in itself is a bad connotation to say that you can't deal with one. Because see, this is the thing about me and my wife. I don't deal with her. She's not a problem. She's not something that's on my back. She's not nothing like that. She's the opposite. She's my best friend. So I don't deal with her. Everything we do together. You know what I mean? I don't ever say I deal with her or, because to deal with someone, I mean, just imagine, if your guy said, oh man, I got to go deal with this woman right here. I got to go deal with my wife. That doesn't make your woman feel doesn't make her feel good at all. It makes her feel like a burden. You know what I mean? So I never say I deal with her when I deal with women like that, because that's what they, it's already, if to say that is putting it in myself also. So it's like I'll never say I deal with her.
Good
Okay.
point. Good point. I like that. I like that.
Different choice of words. Yeah.
Different choice of words. I like that. I like that.
I keep telling you, hey, I think of her before I think of self, and then that's how you approach, or you should, to me, approach the relationship, because you know what I mean. We operate because we put each other first. I think of her 100% before I think of myself, and she does the same for me, and then that's how come our bond is the way it is. But she doesn't say I got to deal with him. I don't never say I got to deal with her. I don't say I deal with her attitude or anything, because we're so much of best friends that we don't get it. None of our friends to this day have actually seen us like fight, because that's something we don't do. Even if we have a misunderstanding, we don't fight. It's like the only thing you deal with is the situation at hand. But other than that, I don't. It's like I said, I'll never say I deal with her or I deal with anyone, or because it's just not something corresponding to what I'm trying to put out there.
I hear you, Noah, and I get you. And I rock with that a little bit, but shit, I deal with life. I deal with situations. I deal with
Right.
That's what I like to say. I deal with it, but I get what you're saying, and I like that. I like that you brought that up. Some of the viewers might think how you think on that, but me, hey, I deal with everybody. I deal with everything. That's just how I look at it. I love you though, Rich. But y'all ready for the game?
Yes, let's go. We can kick it off now.
All right. Now some of these questions is gonna be the same,
Oh.
My ass was being lazy, but I don't care. I got some questions, or no, I got some stuff for you, so it's all good. It's all good. Let's get it. We are gonna start with Rich, then we're gonna go with Coach Jazzy, Katrina, and Stacy. We're gonna go down that line. Okay. So, Rich, the Wayne's brothers are living single.
The Wayans brothers.
Jazzy.
Living single.
Okay.
Living single.
Living single. Okay.
Stace.
Living single.
Living single. Okay, good deal. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Rich, or Martin?
Martin.
Martin.
Fresh Prince.
Martin.
Did you say Fresh Prince was better than
I
Martin?
did.
Are you crazy?
No.
Never.
Hey, to each his own, but oh man, okay. That was more your hey, okay. I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. All right, Rich. The Steve Harvey, nope, I already did that one. My bad. The Jamie Foxx Show or Malcolm and Eddie?
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Okay, give me a break or 227, Rich.
227.
227? Okay. Coach?
I watch Give Me a Break more, y'all. It's Give Me a Break for me.
I really like Give Me a Break, to be
I
honest.
did. I loved Nell
I think
Carter. I
watched it
mean,
more.
she was
Watched it
like
more.
my auntie. I loved her.
Right.
I just it's the Flo always talk big mess, so I just
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me a
Katrina,
break.
Give Me a Break for you too. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Stacy. Huh?
227. 227.
I really like 227 too because of Jackie. You
yeah.
know how she
Yeah,
used to have that
I love
funny-
Jackie.
You know, shit. You and Jazzy
girl.
remind me of Jackie now that I'm thinking about it. Shit.
Oh.
That's
But you know,
funny.
I feel like Tutu. I just feel like Give Me a Break had more substance.
Right. It did. It did now that I'm thinking about it. It did. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. I just loved who she was to that family, which
Right.
oftentimes, you know, a lot of Black women have been that person to their families. And even though this wasn't like her blood family, it still was her family. And I loved it, had a little bit more substance to it. The 227 was more funny, like comedic, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it was good though.
Okay. This is I ain't even. Why'd I even put that? That don't
Give
even
it
match
to
up.
us, Big
I'm gonna
Twizz.
say it anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna say it anyway. Family Matters or Different World?
Oh,
See, I told you.
that one real easy. What you got, Rich?
It's kind of hard because I barely remember any of them.
Family Matters with Urkel.
Oh, different world. Even though I
Yeah.
like Urkel and the character, different
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, different world for me too.
I'm gonna go with Family Matters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the age. I'm seeing the age difference. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Different World.
Yep. I love Different World, man. They shed that light on young Black people going to college.
College,
Because
yes.
we're always portrayed
Yeah.
in a certain negative way.
Yes.
So that was a perfect show for all
It
people.
was.
You know,
Yeah.
even for white people to see that because we're always portrayed some kind of way.
Yeah.
So, you know, they showed us in a different light.
Yeah.
Now, Rich, General Hospital or One Life to Live?
Neither.
I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Neither.
Go with General Hospital, Rich. It's the blast.
Go with that shit. What you got, cousin?
Neither.
Neither.
I didn't watch. I used to watch with my mom the other channels.
Other one.
The Guiding Light.
The Guiding Light,
Bold
yeah.
and
The
Beautiful. The
Beautiful.
Young and the Restless. That was
I was a Days of Our Lives type of person.
Days of Our Lives. Okay.
Well, see, I was a granny's boy. So
Well,
for
I
me, it
watched
was
General
Perry Mason.
Hospital with my client.
Barry
so-
Mason.
Yeah,
So
you
General
know,
Hospital. General Hospital.
I'm gonna say General Hospital too. I was born in '77, so with me being the youngest, I was always home alone with my mom, so I watched what she watched. So that's the only reason I know about them soap boppers. Okay.
Okay.
I just
So you say.
yeah. That's the only reason I know about that shit. Okay, now, Miami Vice or Knight Rider, Rich?
Oh man, Miami Vice. You can't tell, man. I look like Tubbs as it is.
You do look like that Puerto Rican looking Negro. Yeah. Okay, Jazzy.
Miami Vice.
Miami
Miami
Vice.
Vice.
Yeah,
States?
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice was dope. That was real dope. Okay. MacGyver or Dukes of Hazzard? I know you know that shit.
Okay.
You know what? I watched the shit out of Dukes of Hazzard. Had the play track and everything, but MacGyver. It was something about seeing how you get that man could pick a lock with a toothpick. You know, he was always
Right,
getting out of shit. You know, so I'm gonna go MacGyver.
Okay.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay.
Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm gonna go with MacGyver.
You see
Even
how
though
the
that is my
guys
favorite
didn't
car
pick.
in there.
You see how
Huh?
the guys didn't pick Dukes and Hazzard, the two men. You know, you see that?
Oh man, I was born Luke Duke fans, but it's just man, MacGyver challenged you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. It was dope. He blowing up shit with bubblegum wrappers and just,
Right.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. He was a brainiac, man.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Rich, 3 companies or Love Boat?
Love boat.
Love
Soon
boat.
you'll be doing
Boat.
things you should not do. The love boat.
Hey, we knew Rich was gonna say Love Boat. Shit, before he said it, I already knew he was gonna say that shit. That's Mr. Lover, man. Richard.
Yeah, I knew he was coming for it.
Right.
Wait.
Jazzy, what you got?
The Love Boat, or what's the other one?
Love Boat or Three's Company?
Three's Company.
Yeah, I'm with Three's Company. What
I
about you?
love them.
The Love Boat.
The Love Boat. Okay, so you kind of up there with us in the age a little bit. So okay, you
But
remember that? Okay,
the Love Boat had different characters to come in as
Three's
well.
Company.
Yeah, they did.
So Three's Company, it was all dependent on Jack Tripper with the slapstick, him and Mr. Furley. You know, they carried the whole show.
Yeah.
But the Love Boat, it had, rotating guests. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to see different people, and I kind of like that.
Stacy,
Oh, I said Three's Company.
you said Three's Company. Okay, cool. Okay, now what is we gonna go with the Wonder Years or Different Strokes?
Different strokes.
Different Strokes.
Wonder Years.
I liked both, but I did
Right.
like different. Yeah, I liked both, but I did like Different Strokes a little bit better. But I do love the Wonder Years.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Wonder Years. That's what's up. That's what's
You like
up.
Wendy.
I used to always wait. I was a pervert. I used to always wait to watch them kiss. That was that time when you was young and you had them little crushes on the girl. Man, I always had to, man,
What was his girlfriend's name? Topanga?
Wendy.
It was Wendy. Yeah. It was
Wendy. Yeah, Wendy. Yeah.
Where the hell you get Topanga from?
I don't know.
What's up, world?
Oh, okay, but that was a different.
Yeah,
Which show was it?
Yes, Catherine.
I know that I could picture it.
Yes.
She can't think of it. She can't think.
Yeah, boy meets world. That's right, Catherine.
Oh, she didn't say that. It's Boys Meet World. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
where Topanga came from.
Yeah, that's where Topanga came from.
Okay. Well, I heard that. I've never heard that name before. Well, hey, got one more question. Did you guys have fun on the Big Twizz Show?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Man, I really appreciate y'all, man. Do you guys want to give any shots out anywhere? First of all, I want to give a shout out to my partner, On Us. Check out the podcast, On Us. Prison Reform, On Us. Anybody got any shots out?
I can get one out. Shout out to Babe. Love you. See you later.
Oh.
Right on.
Oh,
Coach,
well, of
anybody?
course, I am a real live certified dating relationship coach, and you can Google me, Coach Jazzy Cole, and you can find all of my platforms. And if you're interested in coaching and you want to be serious, and you feel like you're ready to date or not. I do a free consultation if you think you want to go deeper, or you want to just make sure that you are prepared to go out there, among some of these wolves and dogs, go ahead and book some time with me on www.coachjazzycole.com.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I guess we good then.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout out Rich's wife because she's a superhero.
I know that's right.
She is.
Shout out.
Yeah.
You funny, Katrina. That's my girl. That's what's up. Well, we appreciate y'all being on the Big Twizz Show, people out there. Please like and subscribe and share. We appreciate it. Catch y'all later.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace out.